Our next guest is a content creator and entrepreneur who has made its life mission to help people accomplish their goals. He hosts the popular podcast, Tiny Leaps, Big Changes, and he's sure to help us find a path to the future. We want to please welcome Gregg Clunis. How are you, Gregg?
Doing awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Gregg, how would you define Tiny Leaps, Big Changes?
All big changes come from the tiny leaps you take every day. I'm a big believer that the choices we make on a day-to-day basis, they matter. Even when they feel inconsequential, even when they feel like that they're really not going to play a big role, they're the things that set you up 5-10 years from now and can have massive effects on where you end up.
So how do people recognize these small changes so that they can make those leaps towards their bigger goals, Gregg?
Yeah, I think one of the big mistakes that people who are pursuing change make is we go into things with a focus on outcome-based goals. So an outcome-based goal is when you're judging success on whether or not you achieved X result. And that's a huge problem because it adds a lot of pressure and it discounts any progress that was made, even if it wasn't the complete progress. So I'm a big fan of process-based goals, which allow you to achieve success just by showing up and focusing on that task.
Clarify what exactly is that difference between a process-based goal and an outcome-based goal?
Well, a process-based goal is something like if you want to get into running or pay off student loans. A process-based goal might be focusing on logging into your bank account every day rather than on an outcome-based goal, which would be I want to pay off X amount by Y date. I think process-based goals allow us to put our focus on what matters, put our focus on the actions we take every day without the pressure of time is running out, and if we don't get this amount of progress, it doesn't count anymore. It just gives us more freedom to work with.
And so, Gregg, I'm curious, what other strategies have you implemented to help your listeners stay on track?
Yeah, so one big thing in personal development that's common is coaching, right? Working with someone who has experience, has been there before, and that's phenomenal. But the problem is that it costs a lot of money. If you're going to work with a coach one-on-one, that's their time and they have to charge appropriately. One thing I'm a fan of and that I try to do here at Tiny Leaps is group people together, people that have similar goals, that have similar ideas, that can support each other. They can be peer-to-peer coaching with each other and allow each other to move forward without the high cost attached to it.
Gotcha. Well, Gregg, you're doing great work. Is there one particular instance you can share with us where you've sat back and said, wow, that really helped someone change their life?
Yeah, there's so many that come to mind, but one in particular, this woman who was listening to the show from the very beginning, which I'm so honored by. She reached out to me a few years ago telling me that she had always wanted to be a web developer, but she didn't really know where to start. And listening to the show pushed her to sign up for a course on web design. Fast forward a few weeks, she was talking about it at work, and her boss ended up giving her a little bit more responsibility to handle the company website. And that eventually led to her transitioning out of that role into a full-time web development role. And it all can be linked back to taking this course, this one little decision that maybe she was scared of taking at the time. But that one decision, fast forward a few years, and she was able to achieve this goal. So that to me is a massive testament to the value of those tiny decisions we make every day.
Very compelling story, and that's got to make you feel good.
It feels amazing. I can't even say it enough.
Well, Gregg Clunis, a big thank you for coming here for your TV debut and sharing more about Tiny Leaps, Big Changes. For more information about what you've heard here today, head to our website at thedoctorstv.com.